website right now and download my free course on alternate picking mastery. It contains 5 essential exercises that will take you to alternate picking mastery faster than you can imagine. And then I've included my method of how to lay out a practice plan in just 1 to 2 minutes that will absolutely boost your results like nothing you ever tried before. So go download it right now. It's free. How do you break out of boxed shapes here? The cage shapes are very vertical, which is cool because it allows you to really have your fingers stay in the same place. What they're not so good at is really developing you when it comes to horizontal playing. So why do we want to play horizontal? Because it increases our range. If I can play like both horizontally, sorry, we've got a little bit of a weird thing going on here. If I can play both horizontally and vertically, I can go from the low G to the high G and the 3rd to the 15th fret. So that's a cool thing to be able to do. And when you play horizontally, you can do some cool. You can slide, and that brings a cool element into your playing. You don't do that so much when you're playing very vertically. So let's just do that. Let's break out of these shapes by simply using sliding as a tool to do it. But because that's force. If you want to play something like that, you have to really start orienting yourself horizontally. So let's create some horizontal scale shapes. Well, what do? Well, you basically just take a 2-string shape, and instead of focusing on key of C major here, A minor, instead of focusing on the horizontal shape, you take out a weak, and then you say, okay, let's investigate what goes on between the 5th fret and the 15th fret, for instance, right? You can start with just the 15th and up to the 10th, and then, sit down, mark out the notes. And of course, as you play these horizontal shapes here, or these 2-string shapes, you orient yourself in the vertical shape, so you connect them in your mind, so you know. Now I know I'm in this shape. If it's a cage shape, right? And now I'm in this shape. So you visualize that as you play. And then you really use those cool sliding effects, and you might say for a week only, I'm going to only focus on playing the top 2 strings like that. So instead of playing, if it's the blues scale, you force yourself to go. Right? You force yourself to stay on the 2 strings there. And you can really develop some cool lines by using those sliding effects. Sliding and bending. Right, sliding from the 10th fret up to the 15th and then bending. Or picking a note and then sliding as fast as you can. Right? Cool effect. Or just riding the pick stroke. Right? Bending in the end. Right? But the key is to experiment with sliding and the cool sounds it creates, and then to stay with 2 strings or on a specific area so you really get to master it. You don't want to jump, take the top 2 strings, then the B and the G, and then, create these little loops of going, okay, for 10 minutes or 5 minutes I'm going to play the top 2, then the middle 2. Don't do that. It absolutely messes up the whole process. You want to stay in any given area for long enough to make it super familiar. So you can start being creative with it. right? Instead of this loop where you play a little of this, a little of that, a little of, because it just keeps you in mediocrity and you never really become really good at anything. So stay with just this range first, then expand it to this range, then maybe all the way up here, then maybe go back to the 3rd fret as well, and stay there for an entire week. Even though you're good at it, don't stop when you're good at it. Don't stop when oh, I can do it now, Claus. That's when it begins. That's when you want to... Right? That's when it begins, when you want to just stay there and just play and become more and more. So it becomes total second nature, right? To play these notes instead of something that you're good at once more, right? Stay with it. And then you can move on and say the next week or the next month, I'm going to work the 2 middle strings in one specific key, like C minor, A major, whatever. But stay in the key, stay on the strings for an extended period of time. And work on the sliding technique. Right? And really stay with it long enough for you to become really, really good at it.
Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.